Nothing, my friends, can stop the tech news. Not even my neighbor firing up his chainsaw right as I'm about to get started here. If you're one of the lucky gamers that is currently in possession of a Nintendo Switch, seriously, these things are going for like 500 bucks now. Make sure you've got two-factor authentication on your Nintendo account turned on. There have been lots of recent reports of unexpected logins across the service, oftentimes from countries outside of the user's home base, which in this climate, I'm sure isn't you. Over the weekend, many people on Twitter and Reddit started complaining about it, and seeing as many people have payment accounts linked permanently, you're definitely going to want to check that hackers haven't dipped into your credit cards, or even worse, messed with your cloud saves for Mario Kart. Can't even imagine. Facebook has released an Android app for their Twitch-like game streaming platform, Facebook Gaming. What a creative name. You'll be able to watch live streams, play Facebook's library of proprietary games, and even stream mobile gameplay yourself. Rather surprisingly, the app will not be ad-supported, with Facebook instead selling their own version of Twitch bits called Stars. The whole idea is for Facebook to get more of a foothold in the streaming world as it lags well behind Twitch and even YouTube, even though Facebook has gotten a few big-name streamers to defect. The app goes live today and will only be available to Android users for now, which makes sense, I guess, sort of. I mean, Apple isn't exactly synonymous with gaming, but then again, neither is Facebook. The Apple-Google rivalry has often been characterized as one company trying to copy something the other one is doing, and that certainly looks like the case with the debit card Google is developing to compete with Apple's credit card. Similarly to Apple, you'll get a pay with your phone option that will track spending, as well as virtual account numbers for enhanced security. Of course, unlike Apple's offering, it's a debit card, so don't expect any buy now, pay later flexibility. It's not clear yet exactly what banks Google will be working with, but there is one thing we know for sure. Finding out how everyone spends their money will be pretty close to a literal gold mine of data for Google. Aside from that, we can only hope that the cards will be made of metal so that we can all feel like big shots when we slap down our debit cards to pay for dinner. Now it's time for the Slick Snips, brought to you by Brilliantorg. Their mission is to help people achieve their learning goals. So whether you're a student, a professor, or just someone who's stuck at home right now with nothing to do, it's easy to get into Brilliant. They've got interactive explorations and a mobile app that, you know what? I mean, hey, maybe why don't you check out the Calculus in a Nutshell course? Learn the language of change used by ecologists, urban planners, physicists, smart people. Get smart too. So check out that course and many, many others by going to brilliant.org/techlinked. The first 200 people to do so are going to get 20% off a premium subscription. Wow, there was really like a change of tone right in the middle of that sponsor read. Good writing, Riley. Oh yeah, Slick Snips. If you're a Windows insider, you might want to check and see if the May 2020 update is now available in your settings app, as it's being delivered to folks in the program right now. But if you're not, the update should start appearing on PCs soon enough. There are lots of cool new features on the way, like updates to Cortana, which I can't wait. Although RL crime seems to actually be down a bit due to the pandemic, cybercrime is unfortunately up, and even governments are falling victim, as it appears a phishing scheme cost one German state tens of millions of euros that were supposed to be for coronavirus relief. So as always, guys, be careful what you're clicking on, especially if it's a hot Zoom date that you met 10 minutes ago. Curse you, lawnmower! Amazon has started using thermal cameras to take warehouse workers' temperatures instead of doing it the old-fashioned way, which is, kind of hard to do with 6 feet of separation. Seems like a safe idea, although now Amazon workers can add getting blasted with infrared lasers to the long list of crap that they have to deal with. Seriously though, Amazon workers, thank you. Thank you. And Cyberpunk 2077 isn't due until September, but apparently you'll be able to get your first taste of it in June, as a special Cyberpunk 2077 edition of the Xbox One X will be coming out well before the game's launch. Now, obviously, the release of the new Series X Xbox later in the year, and also the fact that you won't even be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on this Xbox you're buying right now, might give some people pause, but hey, if you just can't wait to give out your money to get Cyberpunk branded stuff for some kind of instant gratification, I won't judge you. We all have needs. Like that lawnmower shutting up! And if you live in New York, you can now get married over Zoom if you just can't wait until the pandemic is over. The state governor has allowed clerks to conduct marriage ceremonies via video conference, and you can even apply for a marriage license from your home PC as well. It's funny how life always finds a way to go on. You just might have to postpone the honeymoon. Hey. Well, that's it for today. Come back on Wednesday to spend more time with your true love, the tech news. Come on!